why it is required, who all can write the eligibility criteria of CAT. Now these IIMs, if I talk about these 21 IIMs, then obviously A, B, C, L, I, K, right? There are other colleges as well in the country other than IIMs. Now, who all can write CAT? Who all are eligible to write CAT? Am I eligible? Are you eligible to write CAT? So for CAT, you don't require a 4-year graduation. Hello friends, a big welcome to all of you on your favorite YouTube channel, MBA Wala. Now friends, I know that all of you are present here just because of a simple reason, that you want to prepare for CAT 2025. And I would not say that this is the end result. This is the thing that you are aiming for, just to write CAT 2025. You are aiming for a wonderful score and you are targeting a good college, a good MBA college across India for your MBA program. So friends, here I am, Gaurav Gupta, who will be guiding you for this particular examination, CAT 2025. So friends, at the beginning of anything, like if you are dreaming to achieve anything, so you will have to start from somewhere, right? Now start from somewhere. You cannot start in random direction, you cannot start in any direction. You should be focused in case you want to achieve that particular result with 100% surety. Now CAT 2025 or CAT for any year is not a different thing. So what we need to do is we need to know about CAT 2025. We need to know a lot of things about CAT 2025 before we actually start our preparation, right? Now, if we are not well guided, if we are not well directed, and we are moving in random directions, then it will end up wasting our time. And at this moment, right now in the month of July or August, whenever you are watching this session, it is not, I would say, an ideal scenario to waste even a single day towards the preparation of CAT 2025, right? So friends, today in this session, I'll be telling you each and everything about CAT 2025 that you need to know at the beginning of your preparation, right? Now, in this session, we'll be discussing everything starting from what CAT is, why it is required, who all can write the eligibility criteria of CAT, the reservation, the fee, the date of the examination, the date of the notification, and the syllabus, the pattern of the examination. We'll be discussing each and everything at the elementary level that a novice, like a beginner, a person who is starting with the preparation for CAT examination needs to know, right? So friends, let's begin this session. And in this session, I'll be, like I have already mentioned this thing, I'll be covering some elementary things. Okay, so if you don't know anything about CAT 2025, then this is an ideal session for you to start your preparation for CAT 2025, right? Now, talking about this examination, CAT is called Common Admission Test. Now, Common Admission Test, why is it called Common Admission Test? Because it is conducted by all the 21 IIMs together. So this is a common examination, common admission test for the admission process in all 21 IIMs. So we can say that yes, CAT is conducted by IIMs, the full form of IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, and right now at present we have 21 IIMs. As you can see, the names, the cities in which they are mentioned on the screen, right? Now these IIMs, if I talk about these 21 IIMs, they open at different time instances, and all these 21 IIMs are divided in different generations, as we know. Okay, so if I'll talk about the top IIMs, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, and Kozhikode. So these are top 6 IIMs. Then after that came Shillong, right? The latest entry in this list of IIMs was IIM Mumbai. Now, IIM Mumbai, it was not a new college. I would say it was a new IIM, but it was not a new college. So there used to be a college named NITIE, NITI in Mumbai, and the brand NITI, the college NITI, was a very good brand as far as an MBA program is concerned. So now the NITI has converted itself into IIMs, right? So I can say that if we are looking for top brands, top IIMs Then obviously A, B, C, L, I, K were the top six, were the oldest IIMs. The latest entry, which is Mumbai, it is also comparable with these top six IIMs, right? Then after those six IIMs, it was Shillong. So Shillong is also a very good reputed brand. Now, after these six or seven IIMs that were the oldest, then came second generation IIMs, which included Ranchi, Raipur, Rohtak, Trichy, Udaipur, and one more, right? So there were six IIMs that were there. So you can see their names. It was Ranchi, Raipur, Rohtak. It was Trichy, Udaipur, and one of them, another is I think YZ, right? So these were the six IIMs that opened after that. That came in the second generation IIMs, right? And then after that, the remaining IIMs opened, like Amritsar, Bodh Gaya, and so on and so forth, right? So all these 21 IIMs together conduct this common admission test for their admissions. Now, one very important thing for all of you to know is it's not only the IIMs like into which you will be able to get admission through CAT examination, right? There are other colleges as well in the country other than IIMs which uses CAT score for their admission process. Now, some of those top names are Indian Institute of Technology, right? So there are a lot of IITs that offers MBA programs through CAT examination. So earlier IITs used to have a different admission test, but now they are considering CAT score for their admission process. Now, if I'll name the top few IITs, it starts with Mumbai, Delhi, it is Kanpur, Madras, Kharagpur, Roorkee. So all these IITs, they have their departments for management studies, right? And they offer admissions through CAT examination. Now, other than IITs, we have Faculty of Management Studies, which is affiliated to Delhi University, and it can be considered, FMS Delhi can be considered easily in top 5, top 6 B schools of the country, right? So like a lot of students, a lot of people, they give preference to FMS even over IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or Calcutta, just because of the rate, the ROI, the rate of return, the return on investment that is given by FMS. So if you look at the fee of FMS, it is hardly in a few lakhs, 1 or 2 lakhs for the entire MBA duration. And if you look at the return on the investment that we have made, the return is as good as some of the top IIMs, right? So FMS is another name. Now, other than FMS, we have MDI, which is in Gurgaon, IMT, which is in Ghaziabad, and the other branches of IMT as well. Some colleges under Xavier's. So you will have more than 50 names, more than 50 colleges which do not conduct their own admission test, but they will use CAT test for their admissions, right? So I can say that like another reason for calling it common admission test, right? Chal. Now let's move ahead and talk about the next thing, the eligibility criteria. Now, who all can write CAT? Who all are eligible to write CAT? Am I eligible? Are you eligible to write CAT? So it is given here. Now, whatever data I'll be giving you, I have taken all this data from the official website of CAT. So it's not a made up data. So these are the snapshots from the official website. Obviously, the notification for CAT 2025 has not come. So I have taken all these things from the data that was available from the last year, but it is on the official website. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you can also see the official website mentioned. So at any point in time, if you want to gather some more information, you can always visit this official website, which is www.iimcat.ac.in. All right. Now, talking about the eligibility criteria, it clearly says that candidates must hold a bachelor's degree with at least 50% marks or equivalent. 50% marks or equivalent, right? Now, this percentage requirement has been relaxed for the reserved category. So it is 45% in case the candidate belongs to SC category, ST category, and persons with disability, PWD categories. So for these three categories, the percentage requirement in graduation has been relaxed by 5 percentage points. So when a non-reserved candidate, when a person who is not belonging to these three categories, he or she requires 50% marks in graduation, these reserved category candidates will require 45% marks in graduation. Now, this graduation should be awarded by any of the university or educational institute incorporated by an act of parliament or state legislature in India. Now, there is no need to look at this. If your graduation is authentic, right, then you are eligible for CAT examination, right? Now, next is candidates who are appearing for the final year of their bachelor's degree. So if you are in final year, then in that year you are also eligible for CAT examination. So I'll give you a very simple example, right? Now, if you read these guidelines, eligibility criteria, it may create some confusion in your mind. So I'll give you a very basic example, right? Okay. So for any student who has started his or her graduation started in the year 2023, right? Now, depending upon your graduation duration, it may be a 3-year program or it may be a 4-year program. Now, nowadays, because of NEP, maximum number of students are opting for a 4-year graduation program, but that does not matter actually. Okay, so even if you are graduated in 3 years, you will be eligible for CAT. So for CAT, you don't require a 4-year graduation. So even if you have a 3-year graduation or a 4-year graduation, you will be eligible for CAT, right? Okay. Now the eligibility depends on your year of completion. So let's say it's your 3-year graduation program. So you started in 2023 and you will be graduated in 2026. In that case, you will be eligible to write CAT examination, which will be conducted in November 2025, right? So if you will be graduated in 2026, that means at the time the CAT is conducted, that is November 2025, you will be in the final year. So that means you will be eligible for CAT examination. On the other hand, irrespective of when you started your graduation, if you are graduating in 2027, right, then you are eligible to write CAT 2026. That means the CAT exam, which will be conducted in November 2026, you will be eligible if your graduation is getting completed in 2027, right? Now you can extrapolate this. Okay, you can take it further. 2028, if your graduation is getting over in 2028, then you can write CAT 2027 and so on so forth, right? Simple words. Okay, so it says that a person who has completed the graduation is eligible. A person who is still in the final year is also eligible, right? Now, candidates applying, so this is in simple words, candidates applying for CAT 2024 should fill any one of the following conditions. So there are 3 conditions ABC. If you have satisfied any one of the conditions, you will be through, you will be eligible for CAT. So one is completed bachelor's degree. So it says completed bachelor's degree, okay, with the required percentage marks as mentioned in the first paragraph. Second, completed any professional degree. So it's not only the bachelor's degree that will help you in writing CAT. If you have not done any graduation, but you have a professional degree, here CA, CS, ICWA, CMA, Fellow of Institute of Actuaries, FIAI, with required percentage, then also you will be eligible. Lastly, should be in the final year. So if you have completed your graduation or you are in the final year, you are eligible. In case you have done any professional degree which is mentioned here, then also you will be eligible for CAT examination, right? So this is the eligibility criteria completely explained in simple words. All right. Now let's move on and look at the reservation. Now, as per the legal requirements, yeah, this is IIMs, Indian Institute of Management. So they will have to satisfy all the legal requirements. So as per the legal requirements, 15% of the seats are reserved for scheduled caste category, right? Next, 7.5% for scheduled tribe categories, 27% for NC OBC candidates, and up to maximum up to 10% of the seats are reserved for EWS category. That means economically weaker section candidates, right? So this is the complete reservations as per the legal requirements, I think, as per the government of India. All right. Now moving ahead and talking about the next thing, the registration fee for CAT. Now after that, I'll be coming to the important dates that you will have to keep in your mind. Okay. So the registration fee, the examination fee, if you want to appear for CAT, how much money you will have to spend. So if you belong to any of these reserved categories, SC, ST or PWD category, the fee that you'll have to pay is 1,250 rupees. And for all the other category candidates, the fee is 2,500 rupees. So this is the registration fee to write CAT examination, right? Now moving on and looking at the most important thing, the important dates. Now since CAT 2025 notification, once again I'm repeating, the CAT 2025 notification is not out yet. So we have the dates of the last year. All right, fine. So whichever dates I know for this coming year, for this CAT 2025, I'll be telling you, but we'll be taking in, like, we'll be referring to the dates of the last year. So generally, I'll say the registration opens somewhere around the 1st of August, right? So last year, the registration opened on 1st of August 2024 at 10 a.m. This year, we are expecting the same thing to happen. The registration closes on 13th of September 2024. Last year, if I remember clearly, the registration last date, the deadline was extended by 1 week, okay? But don't take it for granted, right? So whatever be the last date of registration, please make sure that you register before that. In fact, what I suggest to my students is, if you are sure that you want to write CAT examination, why not apply in the first week itself when the registration starts? Okay, fine. Now, you can download the admit card somewhere around 20 days before the scheduled date of the examination. So last year, the scheduled date was 24th of November and admit card downloading started from 5th of November and it went up till the date of the examination. Now this year we are speculating that the date of the examination will be November. No, it's not November. It's November 30. So 30th of November 2025. So this may be the official date for CAT 2025, right? Now we'll talk about the result declaration. So it happens somewhere in the first or second week of January. So these are certain important dates that you need to keep in mind as of now. Now friends, moving ahead and talking about the last very important thing, what is being tested in CAT and what is the pattern of CAT. Now the entire CAT examination is divided in 3 different sections. Now section number 1 is verbal ability and reading comprehension, which is a test of, as you can see, English, right? So it's verbal ability, so there will be some questions on verbal ability and there will be some questions on reading comprehension. Now this is section number 1, right? Now the second section is logical reasoning and data interpretation, right? And the third section is quantitative aptitude, right? As the name suggests, these respective sections will be testing you on, so this will be testing you on your English verbal skills. The second one will be testing you on your logical skills. And the third one will be testing you on your mathematics, right? Now, each of these 3 sections, the duration of these sections is 40 minutes. As you can see here, each section is allotted a duration of 40 minutes. So 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, they will come in the same sequence. So first of all, the section of verbal ability and reading comprehension will start. After 40 minutes, it will be submitted automatically. And the second section of data interpretation and logical reasoning will start. And once again, after 40 minutes, it will be submitted. And then the third section for 40 minutes, quantitative aptitude will start. So yes, we have sectional time limits of 40 minutes for each of these sections, right? totaling 2 hours, 120 minutes. That means 2 hours for this entire examination. There is no break in between these sections, like hardly, I think, a break of 1 minute, right? So equivalent to a no break. Fine. So this is the total duration of the examination. Also important to note that the exam is computer based examination. This is not computer adaptive, this is computer based examination. That means the questions are fixed. Okay, so no matter how your performance is there in any section, right, the questions for the next sections will remain same. Also, no matter how your performance, how you performed in any question, irrespective of the answer is correct or wrong, the second question, the next questions, these questions will remain same, unlike GMAT examination, right? Okay. Now, last thing, all these questions are either multiple choice questions or non-MCQ theta based questions. So, what is multiple choice question? Here, in every question, you will be given 4 options. So, the questions that you will see in these sections, they can be either of multiple choice questions, 4 questions for every, 4 options for every question, out of which only one option will be correct, right? There are some questions which are non-MCQs type, theta. Theta means type in the answer, where you'll have to type in the final answer. Okay, you don't have to write any explanation, you just have to type in the final answer. All right. So friends, this is the entire pattern. Now, if I talk about the number of questions, so number of questions does not remain same every year. So if you'll pick up the pattern of the examination of CAT over the last 5 years, let's say, I'm not asking you to go like a decade back. I'm asking you to look at every CAT examination in the last 5 years, starting from 2020 till 2024. You will see a considerable change in the number of questions, right? It happens every year, it happens every second year, it may happen every third year, right? So nobody can comment on the number of questions that you will be getting, right? We can be sure, a little sure about these 3 sections, but cannot be sure about the number of questions. What I can give you a tentative idea about is the number of questions in the first section will be somewhere in the range of 20 to 24. Last year it was 24. For logical reasoning data interpretation, again 20 to 24. Last year it was 22. And finally for quant, again somewhere in the range of 20 to 24. Last year it was 22. Okay, so I can tell you about the last year, the year before that, 2023, 2022, because I have the data, but I cannot give you the exact number of questions for CAT 2025. That means the upcoming CAT. Okay, I have given you a complete idea about how the examination can be, or what can be the possible pattern of the examination, right? So my dear friends, to end with, I would say that not just attending this session and knowing everything about CAT is going to help you, right? You will have to start your preparation and give your 100%, even more than 100% for this particular examination. Because if you are starting now when you are watching this session, that means you are a little late. I'm not saying that you cannot catch the train, but yes, you will have to run faster than anyone else who you are running with. All right. So my dear friends, on this note, I will wish you all the best for this examination, and will be with you in this entire journey. Will be taking a lot of sessions, a lot of content sessions, so that I'll be able to help you more and more for the preparation of CAT 2025. All the very best.